Alright, what's going on, boys? So I have another video here. I just finished GC on the 5-minute time frame. I did 2024, 2025. Like I said, I'm doing this for every single pair so far. And GC, I think we finished with 71 trades. And again, I tracked strict 1 to 3, strict 1 to 4s. I tracked our TP rules, and then I tracked targeting structure. Now GC, this is so far the only outlier. So I'm going to pull up on my screen what I found out. It is a little interesting just because it is the lowest performing pair that we have so far. It performed not good live markets this year, and the spreads have been absolutely horrible, which just kill the P&L for the pair. But I'm going to show you boys, I'll pull up the graphs that I got, and I'll just explain them from there. Alright boys, so here's a bar graph of GC, 71 trades. 2024 and 2025. So as you can see, most of our pairs that I at least tested so far, UJ, NAS 100, fixed 1 to 4s were insanely better than everything else. Now this pair, GC 1 to 3, outperformed everything. And the reason I think that is because a lot of these trades, I just found that GC wasn't performing as good as some of these other pairs, and it just kept non-stop reversing. If we're in long positions, it would just hit a 1 to 3 and it would just come back down. And I think that is why that we have a common outlier here with GC, which is obviously 1 to 3. Win rate pretty much about the same between TP rules and fixed 1 to 3. But yeah, we have a, what is that, 12% difference there between fixed 1 to 4s and fixed 1 to 3s. I guess TP rules is actually 1% higher than fixed 1 to 4s. But yeah, 1 to 3s is our outlier here. And then if we go to strict, that is NAS 100. If we go to strict P&L, we got 61% on GC. So here's the thing, UJ performed, I believe it had 90 some percent, which I have it right here. This was UJ. We had 10 trades less, and we had final P&L of 94% across the same 2 years. So that is over a 30% difference, like a 33% difference between GC with 10 trades less. So that's UJ, that's UJ 5-minute. And this is NAS 100, strict 1 to 4s again, same 2 years. This had 130 trades, a lot more trades, 111%, okay? So NAS 100 and UJ blew GC out of the water completely, okay? Now, the problem with this 61% sounds half decent, right? 61%, you know, maybe 30% on average a year. Our win rate, what did we say it was? 46%, you know, it seems fine. The only problem is GC's spreads are absolutely horrible. I remember just in October that some trades that were 1 to 3, we could only get like 1 to 1s, maybe a 1 to 1.5. And the spreads were just so ungodly horrible, and then it would just mess up your stop loss and you'd get slipped, and it was just an absolute mess. So I know, taking that into consideration, that 61% is probably more like in the 40s, easily, 100% easily. And of course you have spreads with everything else, but these spreads, you know, maybe if you consider spreads, you're only dropping it a couple percentages. And GC is severely worse than any other pair. We had to actually take it off of our main pairs list because it was performing so bad. So it's something that I'm personally gonna think on. I'm gonna have to track it live markets when the New Year's come around, see if the spreads are still just as bad. If they are bad, I probably will be taking this pair off. But if they cool down, then it's a perfectly fine pair to trade. Obviously you're gonna have your lower pairs compared to your higher pairs. It doesn't mean that like everything that's on the lower end you gotta just delete, right? 61% with a 48% win rate is still very, very good. The problem is that 61% isn't too accurate just because of spreads. I mean, this year, October and November, we literally had multiple trades that we weren't even getting half the risk reward because the spreads were just so horribly bad. And to show you guys, of course, that I'm not lying, I'll pull up, here's some of my charts. Here's from December 2025, we had 2 losing trades. Quickly go over here, level liquidity, price came up, rejected, and it was just like this nonstop. It just pretty much just kind of consolidate around. And a lot of these trades just weren't clean in general. Like this one is pretty clean, but a lot of these trades, they just weren't as clean as they are on NAS 100 and UJ, I noticed. And then this, a lot of times I did notice, like, yeah, price would come down, maybe hit you 1 to 3 and then just reverse. And that's why I think it performed a lot better than strict 1 to 4s. And I don't know if that's because GCs just isn't as good as a pair trending wise, because NAS 100 we had a lot of trades that if it was trending bearish and we took a short position, it was trending bearish and we would just smack those 1 to 4s and go beyond. Same thing with UJ. And I think we have another trade in December I can quickly go over. This is just another short position. Price is clearly trending down. Battle level of liquidity, price came up, swept that level of liquidity, beautiful reaction, and just straight stop loss. We would just consistently have 3 to 4, maybe even 5 losses in a row consistently. And then we'd have, 2 or 3 wins, and then it would just back to the losses. And it's not that clean to where, I mean, with spreads, even right here, you're probably getting filled in way down here because they're so horribly bad with GC. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll show you guys, I'll block some of this out, but this is the spreadsheet 2024, 2025, and then I have them combined right here. And then I made those graphs with all of this data combined to just show you guys I'm not lying. There's a lot more data that we can take from this, like structure, age, the volume profile which I tracked in 2025. You can't track in 2024, it doesn't have the data on TradingView. But yeah, that is the main thing, is just tracking the P&L of these and seeing where we're targeting, because that's the main thing that's gonna actually improve our win rate and just refine our strategy really the biggest amount possible, right? We can look at like, oh yeah, certain days perform better, but at the end of the day, our biggest thing is strict, like what are we targeting? Are we targeting strict 1 to 3, strict 1 to 4s? Are we targeting structure? Are we just still gonna use our TP rules? But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm tracking. I hope you guys enjoyed that. A lot of work went into that. Yeah, I mean, again, I was still putting in multiple hours a day, but I mean, I think these 2 years took me definitely a couple days to get, for sure. Especially since Christmas, I wasn't working obviously all day. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I'm gonna be posting these in my Discord again, which I'll link it below. It's totally free. All I do is just post these graphs in there, so you can use them for your own data. You can use them so you can go back and test, and you can double check this data. You can do whatever you need to do. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll probably be posting another video here shortly. We just have a couple more days till 2026 until we start the weekly recaps back up. But yeah, that is it for this one, and I'll see you boys on the next one. Peace.